I am a vivid lucid dreamer, and I have spent years crafting my perfect dream world. Ask me anything. I have been a vivid dreamer my entire life, and began lucid dreaming when I was about 10. I've been practicing for 20 years, and started world building 8 years ago. I started with 4 different worlds, and I messed up all but one. Through trial and error I have found a balance of control and existing within the dream. I have built an entire universe in my sleep, and my favorite part is the sky. I spent a lot of time getting the sky perfect, and makes the real one look like toilet water. I have memories specific to the dream world, I have relationships in that reality, and the people in my dream know they only exist because I am dreaming. Sadly, I cannot fight without slow-mo, and car brakes don't work. My brain can fill in a lot of gaps, but it can't create external stimuli. Do you have any tips for those who want to get started on lucid dreaming? The first step is to realize that you're dreaming. And how would I go about doing that? It sounds oversimplified, but you just have to be aware that you're dreaming. The literal thought has to occur. Lucid dreaming is just being aware that you're in a dream. If you can have the thought or say out loud I'm dreaming or this is a dream, you are technically lucid dreaming. Control of the dream comes way after that point. I had that experience a couple of times where I knew I was in a dream. I could grab a basketball and it would drag me to the sky, changing directions whenever I pushed the ball in another direction. Sadly, I can't force myself to realizing that I am dreaming. But it was cool the couple of times it did happen. As soon as the dream starts, try saying I'm dreaming. Hold on to the thought as you fall asleep. Then when the dream starts, try saying that you're dreaming. I had a dream where I could leap tall buildings in a single bound with my awesome fart propulsion system. It was the only time I was lucid and I had an amazing time. 10/10 would do again. Until you wake up and see you crap the bed. I used to write on my hand. Something like awake and habitually look at it. This habit may transfer into your unconscious, and when you look at your hand in a dream, the letters will be out of order or messy. Also, if you ever think you're in a dream, try flicking the lights on or off. They will not work in a dream. Also, once you're aware that you're in a dream, you can spin in a circle if you ever feel like you're losing a grasp on it. This will stabilize your state of mind and keep you lucid. Visualize lucid dreaming as you fall asleep. Our brains retain a lot of what we think about right before bed. Writing your dreams down when you remember them will get you more connected with the dream world. Best time to lucid dream, is when you wake up an hour or so before you usually would, get some water or use the washroom or whatever, then return to bed. As a narcoleptic and long-time lucid dreamer, I have a couple tells and have even adopted some I've read from other people. For me, if I am looking at someone and I suspect I'm dreaming, I'll look away and then look back at them. If their hair/clothes/face changes, then I know I'm dreaming. Or I'll look down at my shoes, look up, and if I look back down and they're different, then I know I'm a lot more lucid than I thought. Yeah, that's the dirty little secret about lucid dreaming. All it means is that you are aware that you're dreaming. Controlling the dream is just a side benefit that some people can do, and some people can't. Like some lucid dreamers can fly. I can't fly no matter how hard I try. But I can change how the sky looks. I can make weather that can't exist. I assume every dreamer will have different abilities and limitations. When I lucid dream, only around 6 times in my life, the only thing I can do is fly. I can't seem to control my surroundings at all. In fact, in my last one, just a few weeks ago, I got really bored in it as I was just walking around and nothing was happening. How do you think I could master the dream more? I don't know. I'm jealous of all you all that can fly. And most of my lucid dreams are me walking around. If you're bored, then see if you can poof something into existence, like a soda or something your hand knows the feel of. The brain can't create external stimuli. Dreams use your waking memories to build the set. I used to lucid dream. What I would do during dreaming was purposely die. It was such a painful and odd experience. After dying, I could separate from my body, watch my funeral, visit old friends and family, and essentially fly anywhere I wanted to different parts of the city, to other areas of the world, and eventually I started flying through space. It started getting scary, and I often worried if I'd be able to make it back or would end up being stuck in a certain world or place. It's difficult to describe, but I recall consciously thinking that if I traveled too far, I would end up in a coma in real life, and wouldn't be able to wake up from it. Haven't done it in years, but it was really interesting to have that level of control. In some of my lucid dreams, I fly by shape-shifting into a bird first so I don't have to worry about gravity. Could that work for you? I haven't tried shape-shifting. How do you do it? Well, I usually leap into the air off a high surface, then will myself and imagine myself turning into a bird, at which point I naturally start to fly. Shape-shifting into animals is something I imagine sometimes while awake, so it's easy for me to do while asleep. So, I guess try imagining turning into a bird while you're awake, in a way that would work in your dream world, then do it again in your dream. You mentioned earlier that you're someone different there. What are the differences? Does your personality change much or just the visuals? What advice would you give someone who wants to start? I feel like it's hard to find info about what to avoid while trying to get LDs and what is not worth wasting your time on. I dream in first person, and I've never seen my reflection in my dream. I don't know what I look like, but I'm still female. My personality is very different. The only similarity is that I like to explore and keep people at a distance. My dream self is more pleasant, and not prone to anger. She also has a different voice than I do. Her body isn't mine either. I guess it's just my ideal version of me. Lucid dreaming isn't healthy long term. You spend too much time in REM. I'm talking significantly longer REM time. Your brain can't keep up the pace. I often wake up exhausted. If something or someone pulls me out of the dream, as in I don't wake up naturally, I have a short-term memory wipe and it takes a few hours to get back to reality. On the outside, I appear to wake up like I'm drunk or drugged. Lucid dream at your own risk, and remember that you can't stay there. Also remember that it's not real. It's not reality. You will wake up, and you will have to go back to the real world. If you can't compartmentalize, I'd strongly discourage you from lucid dreaming.